Good afternoon, everybody. Right, tag 16 of the 52 tags handmade, organised by Anne Brooke. I still haven't got round to making a proper official thing. It's still in my pot with the other ones. Right, okay. So, sorry, I was just looking at the other one. I don't have to show you anything, sorry. Tag 16 is Seed Stitch. Now, I don't know if you can see this particularly well. It's not too bad. I had an awesome rust dyeing session with washers, as you can see. I need to show you the whole thing. Look at that. Got some cracking colour on it. So, yeah, I picked out a piece because, well, Anne did circles, so I thought I'd just stick with the same theme, basically. So I've got this piece chomped, and obviously it's got the washer there. It's got a bit of a one up there. Sorry, I'm just sniffing. I've just had a sneezing fit. I've been to down the river again, and there's definitely something in pollen down there. So I think that'll be enough, actually. So yeah, the idea is well, Anne did rubber rings, but sorry, get it back in screen. I shall just use that as my outline and then seed stitch off there. Now, I've dragged out, I've not used this stuff before, so these are my Steph Francis threads. Cotton perlé, yes, used that before, no problem at all, so that'll be fine. That's a lot thicker, but I thought I'd give this rayon a go. It's as slippery as, but it's going to be, they're both going to be perfect, I think, anyway, colour-wise, so get it in screen, Susan. I am not going to make you watch all of this. I'll do a bit and then I'll pause it and then I'll come back. You're at a very strange angle, but okay, yeah, you can see, that's cool. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the rayon around here because Anne outlined her circles, and I think I'm going to have to do the same to make them really sort of stand out. So it's right, stop yabbering and let's get on with it. There. Yes, I've just got back from, I don't know how many miles we've walked, but it is absolutely stunning day here today. It's a bit of a cold wind, but that's perfect because the sun is so warm. Yeah, I'd have overheated otherwise, so which I tend to do in the summer. So for me, it's just perfect weather. Perfect. I love it. Some lovely colours in that. Look at that. Beautiful. No, I still haven't got around to scanning these, carding these up. I'm in the process of designing my box. Got a couple of people. I said I'm going to make a box for my Steph Francis threads, and I know a couple of people are interested in watching that. So I'm just kind of working out design and sizing and what have you, and there will be a video, but not yet because I'm too busy doing quilts and things. Right, let me just, oh, this is in a bit of a pickle. Okay, look at that. Look, it's going to be a nightmare to do this one. It could be why it was in the reject box. Right, I'll be with you in a minute. Crikey, it's worse than dealing with spaghetti. Okay, I think that'll be enough what I've pulled off there. So I'm just going to very carefully lay that there so that it doesn't form itself into a great big knot. Right, okay. Yeah, I've got quite a bit here, so that's fine. I'm not going to double it. We had that disaster last time, didn't we? No. So, yeah, so I've got the two different weights of threads, basically. So, this should be fine. Oh, that's a stonking great big needle. Hold on. I think it needs to be that big for this. You look a little bit thinner. Let's try you. I don't know what these needles are because when I made my book, if they were in packets, I've named them, but if they weren't, I've just stuck them in. So I can't tell you what kind of needle this is, but it's a sharp one with a big enough eye that is passing through, no problem at all. So that's as technical as I can get with that, I'm afraid. Right, scoot that down there. Yeah, if you've never done rust dyeing, it is such good fun. I can thoroughly recommend it. Just bear with me, I need to blow my schnozzle. Sorry, I'll keep away. Right, apologies. Now then, I'll try not to hit the tripod. Okay, glasses off so that we can see. Needle, there you are. Oh no, don't on thread. Oh lordy. Right, try that again. Yes, so we had the two big Labradors to walk today. So Ollie and Max, and they had the best time in the river because, you know, Labradors and water. Good luck trying to keep one out of water, actually. So yeah, they had a great time. Soaking wet. They should be going home absolutely shattered, hopefully. So I went and did my shopping last night. I thought, it's tea time. Everybody else will be having their tea. I'm going. No, it was rammed. Thinking it was going to be empty. No. But it's okay. I survived. And they survived as well, because I'm a proper grumpy old woman sometimes. It's kind of like, get out of my way, I'm shopping. But I was very good. I've become more patient since COVID, I must admit. Because we've all had to learn how to, well, just queue, basically. I mean, we're British, we're quite good at queuing, full stop, but, you know. Yep, I knew it was going to be a nightmare. Okay. Mackerel, shut up. If you've got cats, and your cats, I don't know if you heard that, but she just sits there and just mews away to herself. Meow, meow. And I don't know why she does it. Whether it's a... I always used to think it was because she was sad. I don't know why, why I thought that. Do cats get sad? I suppose they must do. They've got feelings, haven't they? So glad I didn't double this one up. It would have been a nightmare. So I cut the fabric using the dye again. I do love that. It's working so well. And I'll trim the wadding off the back when I'm done. Because like Anne says, it sometimes shrinks on you and you end up with no wadding at the side. Oh, you crazy thread. What's going on here? Did you not? No, I don't think you did. Right. So tiny stitches. That's what I'm using anyway. I went on Pinterest actually just to get some idea on seed stitch and you know, I was going to say, I wasn't saying not for design, but for sort of size, just to see what other people have done with it. I guess is the explanation I was looking for, and a lot of people have done quite a few different size stitches, and that looked quite effective actually. But because Anne said to try and keep it all one size, but as I say, it did look nice. All different sizes, especially with the thicker thread and then the thinner thread and what have you. So so I'm just going to start. Anyway, as I say, I'm not going to make you watch all this because it'll get boring. My exhaust went on my car this morning. I was sat at the traffic lights and all of a sudden I was driving a hot rod. Noise. It just kind of fell off. Well, it didn't fall off as such, but you could hear that something had gone. So, and of course, because I live in the back end of nowhere, there's no garages open on a Saturday afternoon. So I limped it home from the post office. And yeah, I'll have to take it down to the garage in the village on Monday. I think it opens again on Monday. So, joy. It's a good job I'm not going into work every day. I'll message my manager and say, I won't be going into the office on Tuesday. I'll be working from home, because I doubt very much if they've even got it in stock. So, but I can't moan because it's quite an old car. And I don't know whether it's ever had an exhaust put on it before or not. So, anyway. So that was a joy. Never rains, but it pours, does it? Oh, welcome new subscribers, by the way. It's super, super lovely to have you here. I'm having some lovely comments from you all saying that you're finding it very inspiring, which is fantastic. Love it. So I'm really glad that I'm inspiring somebody to do something. This stuff really is good for the soul, you know, to just bury yourself in a craft or something. I know I said it quite often over lockdown that, you know, if people didn't craft, what were they doing? I mean, I'd have been bored out of my skull. I mean, I was still working because I got designated a key worker, but you know, I just can't imagine. I really can't imagine. And thank goodness for a stash. I mean, if anybody ever has a go at you about your stash, just say, well, you know, there could be another COVID lockdown. Could be another global pandemic going on. I've got to have a stash. We'll get away with it, guys. We'll get away with it. Just, yeah. It's your Armageddon cupboard. That's how I look at mine. Got me through a global pandemic. Thanks. So I'm just going to carry on with that. And I'm moving around quite a bit because I've got a variegated thread, as you know. And I don't, I want to kind of spit and spot it all over the place. So I am not going to make you watch any more of that. I'll pause you and I'll come back when it's nearly done. Whether I'll have the patience to go right up here. I can actually see a ring here from the other washer. So I might just come up to here and stop there and just sort of highlight that washer up there. So I will be back in a bit. All right, won't be long. Right, I actually put my timer on. And that's 21 minutes. And that's where I am. Yeah. It's a bit of a faff, but it's okay. I'm nearly there. So I did go around that one. I don't know if you can see that. And then I've gone around this one. I just need to do in a bit more filling in around here. And then I'm calling it quits. So yeah, it takes a long time, this one. But you know, I think if you well, I'd prefer to sit and do it in the evenings, you know, when I'm watching or listening to TV or a film or something, because it's quite mindless, you know. All you got to do is watch that you're varying where your stitches are going and that kind of thing. But you know, it is pretty mindless stitching. So yes, I'm slightly cheating, doing a bit of a running stitch. I do sort of make sure that it comes out at different angles up all over the place. It wastes a little bit of thread, but I couldn't do in, out, in, out, in, out. That would drive me insane. So I've sort of developed a bit of a cheat, as usual. Let's just go in there. So yes, this is a very time-consuming stitch. So yeah, you definitely need to. It's only because I'm filming it. Otherwise, I would sit and do this in the evenings. I wouldn't sit and do it during the day. It's yeah, like I say, it's not rocket science. You just pick your pattern, pick your design, and go for it. I might try some big ones. I don't, as I say, you know, with the thicker thread. I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting used to this thread now as well. It was a bit of a pain to work at first, but I kind of got used to it now, so that's all good. Sorry, I'm dragging it in again, aren't I? And she's right, it really does pucker it up as well. I don't know if I need to do too much more. Scoot down the back here. Definitely doesn't like having a long tail, this, so I need to pull the tail through. Oh, come on. Yeah, don't leave a long tail on that one. It doesn't like it. I think you can just keep going and going and going with this stitch until you get to the point where it's almost like cardboard. So depends how much time you want to put into it, I suppose. But as I've got some stitching to do this afternoon, I need to get on because the time is galloping by. One thing I am going to do is scoot down here in the back and come out where the centre of the washer is and do something. What should I do? Let's just let that unravel. I might just quite simply go round with a really small running stitch. What I might do is thread up the thicker one and do a load of French knots in the middle there, actually. Yeah, let's quickly do that. this one? Oh, this is a silk perlé. I've only used cotton perlé before, so that's interesting. Feels good. I bet it's going to be a nightmare for knotting. Just about my luck. I think she does classes, and as I said before, she doesn't live far from me, so you know, when there's some sort of semblance of normal in the world, I might see if she's got a class going on, and I'll let you know. Sorry, I need to drag it over here so that I can actually... What is going on here? Right, thank you. I don't need an awful lot, I don't think. Right, let's put you there. I've got a needle with a bigger eye here. Should be fine. Again, I don't know. I don't know what they are. Might be a... It's not a yeah, it might be a tapestry. I don't know. I just don't know, quite simply. I think what we'll do is some big... big old Frenchies in there. Try and get 5 in there if I can, and that'll be a nice odd number. Let's squeak one in there somewhere. Ah, little bunch of posies. I'm just wondering about whether, I don't know if that will ruin it if I go. Let's try some. I was thinking of doing some big ones. Just let's have a look, see what they look like. Just run it down there so I don't end up pulling it too hard. I think I like the contrast actually. Just do a few more dotted around. Yes, you waste a bit of thread, but it's fine. It's always a good excuse to have to buy more thread. I'm missing the darker orange. Come on, where's the darker orange? It's working its way through. Good match for Rust though, wasn't it? I asked her for Rust, and these are the two colours she sent me, so it's quite a thick perlé this actually. What's it, perlé? Oh, 5, that's why. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm kind of liking that. How long have we been going? Oh, it's only 27 minutes. Oh, no problem. Well, there's 20 minutes that I had you on pause. Mind you, I did drink my tea, so that was alright. So it wasn't all pure stitching, but come on. Yes, there was a tea break involved. Because once again, I made a cup of tea and then started filming. As is classic me. And then I end up drinking cold tea all the time. I don't know. I do like the thicker one as a contrast. Yeah, I do like that. Glad I tried that. And there's such similar colours, you know, that they're blending beautifully. So yeah, there's no harsh sort of divide, if you like. So it's good. So if you're doing this, you might want to do that. Right, I think I've reached my limit. I think I've had enough. So I wonder whether I ought to take them out. I'll leave them in. Let me know what you think. Should I take them out? They're a bit naff, don't they? Oh well. I'll leave them in for now. If you categorically say take them out, I will. Otherwise, they'll stay there forever. Right. Yes, it's a mess on the back. But, you know, as I've always said, never look at the piece back of my work. So there we are. I like that. Do I like the stitch? Nope. Is it one that I would do if I wasn't doing the challenge? Probably not, because although it's effective, it's not decorative enough for me. And I know that probably will not sit right with a lot of people, but I prefer the decorative ones, so very carefully trying not to cut any threads here, just to trim the batting. We need an awl. Oh, come on, stop fiddling around, Susan. Let's do it from this side, and then we know we're not going to cut the fabric, shall we, dear? That's a good idea. I might actually put an eyelet in this one. That'll tidy it up tremendously. But first, we shall stitch it onto our tag, which I've actually got ready this time. Tag 16, seed stitch. Hurrah! Yeah, it's okay. That is not going to be long enough. Don't know if I want to use my threads. Let me just grab some cotton. Oh, sorry, I'll just kick the tripod. Oop, come here. Right, so as usual, we just stitch it on here. It has shrunk quite a lot because I cut that obviously with the die, so you can see it's come over quite a bit actually. I think actually I won't need to stick it this time, because if I'm going to put an eyelet in there, that'll hold that up there, so that's fine. I was going to say I'll do my usual with the glue stick, but I won't. Sorry, doing it again. Dragging it in. Yeah. Favourite stitch? No. And I know when I did the book last year with Anne, we had, oh that's right, yeah, we seed stitched around circles then, didn't we? And I think I did a bit, but I don't think I ever finished that page. I think I said I'd finish it off when I'm off screen. No, I don't think I ever did. So, and I still have not done a cover, so I've got quite a bit on that to do. But oh, come on, go through. Yeah, I might cheat and do something on the machine for that, because I never joined all mine together like she did on hers. So, which actually I found easier. It was easier to work the pages without having them all sewn together. So that's just my opinion for what it's worth. Oh, that's not going to work. Look, you slippery little sucker, stay in there. Right, come here. One, two, stay. That will do nicely. Okay. Let me just tidy those up. Scraggly bits. We don't want scragglies. Right, let me just grab my crop tool. Right, I've got a nice bronzy colour there. No, not bronze, copper. Let's see if that finishes that off beautifully. I think it will. Up there. Ta-da! So there we are. Quite liking that. I do like the heavier one as well. But the thinner one, you know, is quite delicate. You can still see it, but looks like it's been splattered, paint splattered. Alright. There you go, that's a bit shorter this week, isn't it? Mind you, as I say, pause for 20 minutes, so. Alright, have a good, really, really good rest of your weekend. And, yeah, I'll be back with another one tomorrow, I expect, because it's Journal to Inspire tomorrow. And, yeah, I've got some other ones to do too. Alright, take care. See you on the next one. Bye.